Welcome to the Survivor to Thriver show with your happiness expert, Samia Bano. Do you feel stuck, silent, and stressed? Is something hurting your heart and soul? Are you burning yourself out? If so, you are in the right place because this is the podcast people from all over the world join in to learn exactly how to stop suffering and start living with inner peace and joy. Let's get started. As I promised, today we are going to be talking about what is the purpose of our lives, the universal purpose of our lives. And of course, as I shared with you in one of our previous episodes, this is an area of expertise of our hearts. This is knowledge and wisdom that is already known to our hearts, to our souls. So I connected with my heart and my soul to see, okay, well, what is the answer to this question? What is the purpose of our lives? The universal human purpose that we all share. And I'm going to tell you what my heart said. I'm going to share with you the reflections of my heart. And as before, when I've done this, let me remind you again, hey, my heart is a philosopher's heart, and it can get pretty philosophical in its reflections. But if you are not particularly philosophically oriented, don't worry, I'm going to take good care of you too by making sure that I give you very specific examples and concrete action steps that you can use to apply these ideas, these lessons, these learnings into your life. But it's also very, very important that you do pay attention and absorb the best you can the philosophical reflections and the philosophical understanding of this issue. Because remember, again, going back some more episodes, there's a causal chain that leads to our behaviors, and our behaviors have the most direct impact and the biggest impact on the results that we see emerging in our lives. And that causal chain that leads to our behaviors begins with our beliefs. Depending on what you believe about the world and about our lives and what exists and why it exists, you're going to have different kinds of thoughts, which are going to generate different kinds of emotions, which are going to generate different kinds of behaviors, which are going to generate different kinds of results in your life. So it's important that you address, like if you truly want to change the results in your life, if you truly want to be able to change your behaviors, so that they become more supportive of this goal, this ideal of you living a life that is in alignment with your meaning and purpose, then you need to make sure you're also addressing your beliefs and changing your beliefs or adjusting them or, making sure that these beliefs are consistent and in alignment with the kind of results that you want in your life, with the kind of behaviors that you want to engage with in your life. So that's why it's so important that we understand, you see, things at the level of philosophy as well, right? Because this is where See, we all have a philosophy about life and living. We all have it. But most of us are not conscious about what our philosophical ideas are, that are forming our beliefs, that are informing our beliefs. So let's make these ideas explicit and bring them into our consciousness. So I'm going to tell you what my beliefs are about that are related to this issue. And then we'll see like how to apply, how they translate into our thoughts and emotions and behaviors and actions. All right. So according to my heart, the purpose of our lives is twofold. Number one, the first part of it, is to love and be loved. And the second part of our purpose is to find our specific purpose, our specific place within the whole that we are all parts of. And the two things are not disconnected from each other. They're very much connected. So if you were to simplify the statement to its core, our purpose, the purpose of our lives, the universal purpose of our lives is simply to love and be loved. To love and be loved. To love and be loved. Yeah, it is that simple. Just to love and be loved. But what does it mean to love and be loved? How do we live this idea into our lives? What does it look like when we are living this idea into our lives? Well, when we are living by this principle of love and be loved, we are living in ways that are in harmony with the whole, in harmony with everything that exists. This is part of how we express our love. See, by acting in ways that are beneficial, that are helpful, that promote the health and happiness of everything that's around us. We love it. By enabling what is around us, or those who are around us, by enabling them to be who they are, to live their full potential, to be healthy, to be happy. We love them. And when we are being loved, you see, it's like the same thing. We're receiving that same kind of validation. We're receiving that same kind of nurturing that allows us to be living at our full potential, to be living lives that are full of happiness and that are healthy, and where each person, it's like we realize, hey, I have a place, I have a function, I have a value, and I'm living that value. I'm sharing that value, and everyone that's around me, everything that's around me is doing the same for me. So there's harmony. Harmony is a result of when we are living this principle of love and be loved in our lives. Now, what does this look like? So if you believe that the purpose of your life is to love and be loved, what are some thoughts that you might have? It's like, okay, my purpose is to love and be loved. What are some thoughts that I might have with regards to how am I supposed to behave? Okay, well, if I'm supposed to love and be loved, then when, in terms of how I behave with kindness. I must behave with kindness. I must behave with compassion. I must behave with empathy. I must strive to understand the needs and wants of those that are around me and do what I can to help them, just as I would want them to help me and just as I help myself. These are some of the thoughts that come to me when I am coming from the belief that the purpose of my life is to love and be loved, that this is how I must live. Those are the thoughts that I have, that I must be kind, I must be compassionate. I need to listen with empathy. I need to do what I can to help those around me. I need to do what I can to take care of the planet. And when I'm thinking these thoughts, I feel connected, I feel loving, I feel kind, I feel happy, I feel a sense of purpose, a sense of meaning to my life, to my being. And as I feel this sense of meaning and purpose, this happiness, this kindness, this compassion, then I act. Then I act with kindness, I act with compassion, I act with empathy. I act in ways that are caring. I act according to the golden rule. I live by the golden rule of do unto others what you would have them do unto you. Love for others what you love for yourself. The golden rule of do not do unto others what you would not want them to do unto you. And when I live by these principles, when I live in these ways by this golden rule, then the results that emerge in my life are that I experience peace, I experience contentment, I experience fulfillment, I experience a sense of empowerment and happiness in my life. I achieve greater health and well-being in all aspects of my life. It's just, wow. To love and be loved. What a beautiful, beautiful purpose to live by. And as I think about, okay, well, what could stop me from living this purpose? I mean, this is such a beautiful purpose that it has so much to give us, so much, it can contribute so much to our well-being when we live by this purpose. What could stop me? What could prevent me from living this purpose? Because if I can better understand the problems, the hurdles that could come in my way, if I can anticipate them, then I can implement better more effective solutions and take preventive measures so that these hurdles, these challenges either are removed from my way and they don't become an issue for me at all, or if they do come up, that I'm able to effectively overcome them and effectively manage them, make my way around them or over them or whatever. What we are going to do, though, is I'm going to wrap up right here for today, and we are going to begin to reflect on what some of these issues and problems are that can come up next episode. In the meanwhile, I want you to give careful thought to this idea that the meaning and purpose of our lives is to love and be loved. And think about how you can live it in your life. And hey, by the way, remember how I said that your specific purpose is always going to be something that complements and supports this universal purpose that we all share. So in fact, your specific purpose is going to be the best way that you can live your life out in where you're being loving and being loved. So if you want to figure out what your specific purpose is, figure out what are the best ways that you can love and be loved. What are the best ways that you can enhance your ability, your capacity to love and be loved in your life? Okay, so this is a strategy, one of the ways that you can begin to reflect on and discover, come closer to discovering your specific life meaning and purpose. We'll talk more about all of this next time, though, also, or in one of the future episodes. And in the meanwhile, other than reflecting on these issues and these questions, I do want to encourage you to please go on iTunes and show me your love by leaving the Survivor to Thriver show a 5-star rating. And until we connect next time, I wish you lots of peace and joy.